Positive behaviour support. Positive behavioural support is a model of supporting people with a disability that focus on seeing the person as a person before labelling them of having a disability or a particular behaviour. This enables us as workers to be more open-minded and positive in the way that we relate to people who have a disability. We take into account the whole of the person's world rather than just one or two factors, asking what environment does this person live in and how does this environment affect them. Environment is a complex mixture of physical, historical, emotional, community, social, economic and spiritual factors. Knowledge of the person's whole environment will affect what plans, programs and activities are implemented for that person. One of the things that we look into is the level of input that the person with a disability and or their advocates have into the decisions that affect their lives. Decisions that many people take for granted, such as what is said on our behalf, where we go during our day, what doctor we see, what clothing we wear. We work to assist people to further develop their skills towards better communication, increased independence and more effective strategies to cope with daily stresses. Strength-based support. If we as workers consciously examine our attitude towards people who have a disability and notice where we might label them as a problem or view them as an unfortunate victim, then we have an opportunity to change our perspective, to be able to see their strengths, what they're interested in, and where their current skills are. Rather than seeing them in a negative way, for instance, if someone spends a lot of time flicking through car magazines and they've been labelled as obsessive, they're not interested in joining in any activities, we could actually change our perspective to notice their strengths. For a start, they are interested in the magazine. They're using skills to flick through the magazine. They share this interest with a lot of other people. They communicate to others through the magazine. They access the community to buy the magazine. They budget their money to be able to afford the magazine each week. And it's their particular interest. Following this model, we can assist the person to further develop their existing skills, such as cutting out pictures, to use in augmented communication systems like picture boards. We can develop conversational skills around what's in the magazines. There's numerous artistic projects that can be carried around cars, cutting magazines. There's lots of networks, social groups, practical examples of actually getting in the cars and going for drives. Communication, literacy, numeracy, artistic and social skills could all be developed through extending the way that we view an activity. If we remember that the person has feelings, likes and dislikes just like anyone else, this guides our attitude and the way in which we work. Every behaviour, regardless of its form, is communicating a message. When a person with a disability displays behaviour that is challenging or is seen to undermine the safety of themselves or those around them because they are attention-seeking or that is the way they are, there's usually a very good reason why someone is behaving a certain way. Our task is to find out. Someone who is seen to be behaving aggressively because they are attention-seeking could actually be in pain, frustrated at not being understood, or lonely with no effective communication skills. Let us never assume that we know why a person is doing something, but learn more about the person's world to assist them to develop alternative behaviours and skills that meet their needs in a more positive and inclusive way. It is essential that staff work together with a positive team-based approach so that someone with a disability is respected as a whole person with a variety of needs, likes and dislikes. When we as staff are clear and consistent in the way we work and all consciously keep up to date with a person's care notes, behaviour support plans and communication systems, there is a greater opportunity for positive progress to be made.